Hi, juniors. This is Mrs. Mahoney. I hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be bringing you session 2 of the Junior Future Planning curriculum. As a reminder, here's a list of the alphabetical breakdown of each counselor. If you have any questions at all throughout this process, please feel free to reach out to us and we'd be happy to help you. As I said before, today we're going to talk about session 2, the different parts of the college application. So first, let's talk about your resume. A resume is a snapshot of your accomplishments throughout high school. It contains information about what you do inside and outside of school. So, for example, any extracurricular activities, any sports that you've participated in, any jobs or internships that you've held, any awards or honors that you've received. The resume is not required by most colleges. However, there is an optional section on the Common App where you can upload your resume. If you're applying for any scholarships, resumes are often required in the application process. And when you're applying for jobs or internships, the resume is often required as part of that application process. So it is a good idea to start pulling together all the information you need for a resume now so that it's ready when you need the resume. At the bottom of this page, you'll see a link for resume tips and examples from the guidance website to help you start to build your resume. So moving on, let's turn to the college essay. When thinking about what topic you want to write about, keep in mind the audience and what their goal is. Admissions counselors have asked themselves 2 questions as they're reading your essay. How well can you write? And what things can they learn about you from this essay? This is not a chance to rewrite your resume. It's an opportunity to tell them something new about yourself. So think about what you're passionate about, what you enjoy, what do you find interesting or important. This is a place to tell your story and find your voice. The Common Application has released 7 essay prompts that you can view now and start to take a look at what you might want to write about. There are many resources to help you with writing your college essay. So the first one is the Writing Center. The Writing Center, you can go drop off your essay here, get it proofread and edited. You can also visit the Writing Center to meet one-on-one with the teacher to get some help throughout the writing process. Now, obviously, we're not in school right now, but in the fall, this is definitely something when we're back in school you can take advantage of. Or you could also email Mrs. Brox now to see if she could help you. Your English teacher is also a great resource. And again, you can email your teacher now and also talk to them in the fall. Your guidance counselor is a great resource to help with reading your essay. We can look at it more from the point of view of an admissions counselor and give you feedback from that side of things. Having family members read your essay is a great idea, as well as friends. And also, read your essay out loud to yourself. Sometimes you pick up on mistakes that you don't necessarily see when you're reading your essay in your head. Next, I'd like to talk about letters of recommendation. First, for the teacher letter. We would like that you ask a teacher before the end of this school year to write your letter of recommendation. This allows teachers the chance to write their letters over the summer. Typically, colleges only ask for 1 teacher letter of recommendation, so you only need to ask 1 teacher before the end of the school year. You want to ask a teacher from junior year who can talk about you in the context of a full school year. So typically, students will ask a teacher from a core content area of a full year course. You want to ask a teacher who knows you well and who knows and can speak to your work ethic and how you are as a student. This is not necessarily the class that you got the best grade in, but it could be a class where you faced an academic challenge that you overcame, and the teacher can speak to that. The link on this page is to the teacher recommendation form. Some teachers may ask that you complete this form for them to give them some more information and background for them in writing their letter. Next year, after you've applied to colleges and started to hear back from colleges, please remember to thank your teachers for writing the letters for you and let them know how you've done. Next, for the counselor letter of recommendation. This is different from the teacher letter of recommendation because the counselor talks about you in the context of your 4 years at high school. We talk about growth from freshman year to senior year. We talk about academics to extracurricular activities, maybe leadership activities you've participated in, if you faced any adversity, if you had any issues that need explaining. We'll talk about all of those in our letter. Counselors write a letter for every single student who fills out the counselor recommendation form on Naviance. The counselor recommendation form is a survey on Naviance that's about 20 questions long, and it's all about you. Here's where you can highlight what's most important to you so that we can focus on those aspects in our letter. You can help us to shape any unusual circumstances that you overcame. If there's anything such as scheduling issues, you couldn't take a class because it conflicted with something else, for example. This is where we can explain that to the colleges. With the counselor recommendation form, the more you put into it, the more it will pay off for you. So if you answer questions with 1 or 2 word answers, that doesn't give us much to go on. As much as we might know you, there's always things about you that we don't know. And so the counselor recommendation form really allows us to get at those things that are most important to you that might not happen at school. And they might be part of a church group or part of a service project that you've done outside of school. And this counselor recommendation form really allows you to highlight your role and how those activities have shaped you. You can find the counselor recommendation form when you log into Naviance. Click on About Me in the top right-hand corner, and then you'll see a link that says Surveys. Under Surveys, there'll be a link that says Counselor Recommendation Form. The counselor recommendation form is open now for you to start filling out. Please remember that at the bottom of the page, there's a button that says Update. Click that often because it times out after about 30 minutes, so you don't want to lose any of your work if it's not saved. That's about all I have for today. So thank you for listening. Again, if you have any questions, please contact your counselor. And stay tuned next week for session 3 when we'll talk about COVID-19 and its effects on the admissions process. Thank you.